Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Aisha Sayuti, and I am taking Bachelor in Office Management and Technology. So, um, Today I'm going to be talking about workplace conflict in one of the issue in human resource management. So, this is the introduction. Human resource management, in short, we call it HRM, focuses on managing employees so that organization can operate effectively and achieve their organizational goals. So, in every organization, employees work together to complete tasks, responsibilities to maintain their daily operations. But sometimes employee can always have different personalities, opinions, experiences, and expectations in their work environment because they have different perspective. So because of these differences, workplace conflict can happen. And workplace conflict is basically a situation where employees experience disagreements, misunderstandings, or tension with colleagues and supervisors. So, although this conflict is common in organization, it must be managed properly because unresolved conflict can cause negatively affect the teamwork, communications, and employee performance. Okay, so next is the causes of workplace. We're going to move to causes of workplace. So there are several factors that may cause workplace conflicts. So one of common is work stress and heavy workload. When employees are under pressure to meet deadlines or handle many tasks, they may become frustrated or impatient in their workplace. Okay, and another important cause is poor communications. So misunderstandings can easily happen when employees do not communicate clearly with each other, where it can cause conflict between them. Okay, and then next is workplace conflict can also happen because of cultural differences. Okay, because some organization they have employees where they come from different background, different country, and have different communication styles where it can cause barrier between them, where it can also happen conflict in the workplace. Okay, and then for competition between employees, such as competing for promotions or recognition, these can also create tension and disagreements in the workplace because of this, like kind of like you want to compete with each other. Okay. So next is employees' reaction to conflict. So employee may respond to workplace conflict in different ways depending on their personalities and their situation. So some employees have a positive response and some employees have negative responses. So for positive response is to discuss the issue and find solution. So by discussing the problems openly with their colleagues and trying to find mutual solution in some cases, employees can also seek help from their supervisors or HR professional to resolve the conflict. And in negative responses, it can be avoid communication and withdraw from teamwork. Because by avoiding communication and withdrawing from teamwork, and some employees may even reduce their work engagement because they feel uncomfortable with each other, they feel comfortable working with certain colleagues. Okay, and because of these reactions, it can influence workplace relationship between the employees and it can also affect their work performance. Okay, so next is examples of conflict situation. And in several research studies that I've done based on the 10 journal articles, um, uh, these are the examples of situations where um, when employees from different cultural backgrounds may experience language barriers or misunderstandings, which can create tension in communication. Okay, and then also another situation is employee frustration, which may happen when employees feel that their workload is too heavy for them, or when they feel like they are treated unfairly by the management. Okay, and in some workplaces also, competitive work environments like competitive organizational climates may also increase conflict because employees compete with each other for rewards, for recognition, and for promotions. Okay, so in this way, some employees may respond to conflict by remaining silent. Okay, like the silence reaction to conflict. Some employees may respond to conflict by remaining silent because they want to prevent problems from being resolved effectively. They don't want to make things worse. Okay. So next is role of HR. So human resource professionals play a very important role in managing workplace conflict. And one of their main responsibility is to act as mediators. Because when conflicts happen between employees, HR professionals can help both parties, both of these employees, um, to communicate their concerns and find fair solutions in this situation. Okay, and they also wanted to make sure that organizational policies and procedures are followed, because they wanted to make sure that conflicts are handled efficiently, are handled well. Okay, and not to forget, HR departments may also provide training programs that can help employees develop communication skills, emotional control, and conflict management techniques to improve their workplace performance and their workplace job responsibility efficiently. So these efforts can help create a more supportive and respectful work environment because of the HR development. Yeah. And next is role of supervisors. So supervisors and managers also play an important role in resolving workplace conflict because they interact directly with employees on daily basis. Okay, so because of that, supportive supervisor can encourage open communication. Okay, and allow employees to express their concerns without any fear, without any bias. Okay. And so when supervisor listen to employee concerns carefully to employees' problem, so they listen carefully to employees' problem can be so. Okay, as I mentioned earlier, so when supervisors listen to employees' concern, they listen carefully to employees' problem and provide guidance. Then that's where conflict can be always resolved more quickly and effectively. So, however, sometimes if supervisor ignores conflicts or handle them poorly, the situation may become worse. There may become more tension within the team. That's why the role of supervisor is really important for the employees' management, okay, to prevent conflict from escalating. So next is consequences of workplace conflict. So workplace conflict basically can have several consequences for both organization and employees itself. So when conflict are not managed effectively and properly, they can create tension and discomfort in the workplace. Okay, and this is why it may affect communication and cooperation among employees. Okay, and sometimes, or maybe over time, unresolved conflicts may also reduce organizational productivity and employee motivation. Okay, the employee well-being, because employees may become distracted by disagreements rather than focusing on their work responsibility lah, their work performance. Okay, so this is the employee perspective. So from the employee perspective, workplace conflict can create several challenges such as reduced productivity, weak teamwork, high employee turnover, and possible reputation damage. Okay. For example, employees who are involved in conflict may spend more time dealing with disagreements instead of focusing on their work tasks. So which why this can lead to reduced productivity. And also workplace conflict can weak the teamwork and cooperation, which really important for completing organizational tasks efficiently. And sometimes in addition, sometimes organizations may experience higher employee turnover, especially if employees decide to leave the company due to a stressful work environments. So they just leave the organization because they more care about their um well-being. Okay. So okay. Also, and which this can possibly repetition damage because of their bad 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 uh work environment. Okay, so this is from employee perspective. So workplace conflict can affect their emotional well-being and job satisfaction because employees who always experience disagreements with colleagues, with their co-workers or supervisor may feel stress, frustration, and anxiety in this workplace, which was sometimes or maybe over time, these negative experiences may reduce employees' motivation and commitment to their work, to their tasks, to their productivity because of this um, negative experience, unhealthy experiences. Okay. And in some cases also, long-term exposure to conflict can also lead to burnout, which can affect employees' mental health and overall performance. Okay, we move to the recommendations and suggestion. So organization can take several steps to reduce workplace conflict and create a healthier work environment. Okay, so first, organization should improve communication so that employees feel comfortable expressing their concerns before misunderstandings become serious problems. Okay, and secondly, providing conflict management training. Okay, so by providing this conflict management training, it can help employees to learn how to manage disagreements professionally and respectfully. Okay. Also, not to forget, the organization should also strengthen the role of HR support or HR departments so that conflicts can be handled fairly and consistently. Okay. And finally, encouraging teamwork and collaboration. So basically, by encourage this teamwork and collaboration, it can help employees focus on shared goals of the company, of the organization, rather than unhealthy competition with each other. Okay, so last but not least, conclusion. So for the conclusion, workplace conflict is a common issue in many organizations and is an important topic in human resource management itself. So conflict may happen because of several factors, like I said previously, such as work stress, communication problems, cultural differences, and competition between employees. So if these conflicts are not managed properly, they can negatively affect both organizational performance and employee well-being. So, which why organization must implement effective strategies like good communication, supportive leadership, and strong HR involvement in this organization so that they're able to manage workplace conflict successfully and create a positive working condition. Okay. And I think that's all from me. Thank you very much.